Hey, I'm Zemi, and welcome back to my midlife crisis playthrough of Subnautica 2, the early access part. I am back in my base after having successfully got an adaptation to allow me to interact with and read the language of the Axum tailings, which is very exciting. And I realized that one thing I do need to do before I go and start do that is to upgrade my scanner. So I did find the blueprints for the bioscanner, which is the upgrade to the scanner. I realized I didn't actually keep that clip in one of my previous episodes, so apologies about that. But I have discovered that I need to get some enameled glass and some conduit crystals, and I think I have all that. So we're going to upgrade this bad boy, and then we're going to go back to some of the alien houses, the alien power stations, and all those areas, and see what we can finally find now that we can read the language. This is exciting. We have our enameled glass and our conduit crystals, and let's see what this upgrade can get us. Oh, I need to get the sonic... Yeah, bioscanner. There we go. Bioscanner. Nice. All right. Now that I have my upgraded scanner, I am going to jump in my tadpole and head back to the tailings village and the power plant and see... I remember there's like a couple of little outposts and things like that near the power plant and near the angel comb. So let's go check those out. I am at the tailings village. I thought this would be a good place to start to see if there's anything around here, any language that I can see, anything I can scan. Maybe I can actually get into the houses now? That would be kind of neat. All right, let's just park here and see what we can find. Hopefully there's nobody around here trying to eat us. Although there always seems to be. Whoa. Speak of something trying to eat us. Where are you? Oh, you are just nasty. Yeah, you go away. Did I bring a distraction flare with me? Oh, I didn't. Alright, hang on. Let's try this again. I'm going to go back to my base and get some distraction flares, because clearly I'm not going to be able to investigate anything until I distract that guy. I am back, and I am now armed with a distraction flare, which, since I see the dude already coming over to me, we are going to ignite, and we're going to throw. Seriously? Nope, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Okay, let's see if we can figure out something in the meantime. I don't know how long those things last, so let's see. Anything that I can see here? Anything that I can renew, I can read. Is he back already? That distraction flare didn't last long. Or maybe he ate it. That would be kind of funny if they actually just ate the distraction flares. No, he's definitely done. So the distraction doesn't last terribly long, but long enough for me to get a few things done. Alright, I don't see anything around here. I can't get in. Let's try one of the other facilities. It really is a horrible noise those things make. It's just terrifying. Alright. Fortunately, they don't do a ton of damage, so if I just ignore them for a little bit. Now, there was one down here by the angel comb. There's also one up here, so let's go to one of those and see what we can learn. So I came here and managed to interact with this and realized my recording in OBS did not capture it. So let me just give you a quick summary of what happened. So I came into this sort of observation room, or control room as it turns out, by the angel comb. You can now see there is now a big old pillar that has descended from the turbine above. So I came here and I was able to see that this is a turn electricity machine control deep. So this is the deep machine control, and turn electricity would be the turbine. So this is the deep control of the turbine. I came in here, and when I touched this control panel, it lowered that big giant thing down, and it said something about, hang on, it's in my signals, my logs, there it is. It says hot water now flowing into turbine, locate main controls to restart power plant. So now I'm going to head up to the main controls and see what I can see. It's talking to me. I can't understand the spoken language, but at least I can see that. And they use a lot of pictographs, which is handy. So clearly this is saying there is water, I think. Let's go take a look at this. I think there's like hot water coming out of the rock bore that is now going into this tube, which is going up to the turbine. So let's see. So yeah, you can see that it's over this outlet in the rock bore, which is, I guess, putting out some heat, some hot water, and that's going up, and that would be something that would power the turbine. That actually makes a lot of sense. Here is the broken portion of the turbine, and before we didn't know what tool we needed to fix it, and now I can scan it with the bioscanner. It's interesting, so it must have biological components.
Forensic simulations indicate the power plant was deliberately sabotaged. Repairs will require an enormous quantity of resources.
Now, fortunately, I have the blueprints from the metal extraction plant. So this is like, can just extract metals in large quantities out of the water. So I think that's telling me that I'm gonna need to do that. Well, there's some more language here. Cool. Let's see what this one says. Turn electricity, that's the turbine. Machine control shallow. So one was deep, one was shallow. Okay. Neat. Okay, so what is it saying here? It's showing that there's some kind of fault. I guess this means that it has been deployed. Maybe there's... Okay, there's all kinds of controls we can use. I'm not going to touch those yet. This is saying... Okay, the turbine is not working, so there'll be all kind of controls we can do that, I guess, to speed it up, slow it down. Oh, it's going to be something later. And then, yeah, this is the main control panel. I don't want to use that yet because clearly this is not working. So it's showing that the deep portion has been lowered. That's interesting. It's got one of these tanks. Maybe you can run this off the tanks. It's also got some other things that can feed into it or that can be powered by it. Interesting. But either way, it is definitely showing us that the turbine needs to be fixed. So let's go take a look at the blueprint for that and see what we need, and then maybe look at our metal extraction technology, see what we can make of that. Okay, here we go. I need titanium ingots, strontium, and mangalloy ingots. So I need troilite for that, and I need... Let me go look this up. I'm getting confused. Back at the processor, just getting it straight in my head what exactly I need for this, to repair this turbine. I need 10 titanium ingots, which is 30 titanium. So I need 30 titanium for that. And then for strontium, I need 2 celestine for each of those. I need 10 strontium, so that's equivalent to 20 celestine. And then for the mangalloy ingot, I need another 10 titanium ingots, so that's another 30 titanium, 10 atacamite, and 10 troilite, because I need 10 mangalloy ingots. So total, if I'm doing my math right, I need 60 titanium, 20 celestine, 10 atacamite, and 10 troilite. This is why I need the metal farm. All right, I need to go figure out what I need to do to make a metal farm, because that would be an awful lot of gathering if I were just to go out and try and find that all. Let me go do some research. All right, I have read up on the metal plants, and it turns out that you can put them pretty much anywhere. You just have to seed it with the type of thing that you're looking for. So in this case, I've actually got myself a titanium chunk, and I've got myself a Celestine chunk, and I'll be able to put those into the metal plant after I put them down. But what they do need is a lot of power, which makes a lot of sense. And then they just basically gather it from the water around it. So what I really need is a good power source. Now, it means I could put it near my base, but I'll be honest with you, my base already draws a lot of power. So I'm thinking what it'd be a good idea to do is put it near a hydrothermal source, or rather a thermal source. I think what I'm going to do is either look for a place I can put the hydroelectric turbine or the thermal plant. Now, I looked it up, and the metal extractor needs about 20 energy per second, so it's going to need 2 at least of each of these. And yeah, so I'm going to grab the stuff I need to make some of these, and I'm going to go make a couple thermal plants or a couple of hydroelectric turbines, see if we can get this guy working. This is a nice hydrothermal area that's not too far away from my base, so I think this is going to be a good place to build our metal farms and put together some thermal plants to power those metal farms. So let me just, plus I do need, oh, hello, there's a thermal farm right here. Broken. So I'm going to go ahead and build mine, and I'm going to need a little bit more gold for this, which is obviously the other reason I came here, because it's really easy to get gold. And we'll see how this goes. So we're going to construct a thermal plant. It must be placed on a surface, which makes sense. What if I put it on this surface? That looks like it's good. 16. Is it warm enough?
Heat danger.
Yep. Obviously heat danger. Obviously heat danger. How can I tell how much? Let's see, that's like 5. I mean, I want to put it somewhere nice and hot. Okay, that's saying 16. I think that's like how much energy per second. Let's try it. I haven't built one of these before. Okay, that looks like it's working. Looks like it's working. Okay. So what about up here? I'm going to need... Okay, this looks like same kind of thing. 16. And I need some gold. So let me just grab some gold here. Oh, sonic resonator. Okay, that looks like that should be enough to finish this off. Okay, so then let's see if we can build our metal plant just out here. And yeah, see how this works. Metal plant. Metal plant. Okay, I want it to be relatively right. Okay, there we go. Okay, and it's drawing energy automatically because it's close enough to these plants. So let's see if it's online. Okay, it's online. So I think in that case what I need it to do is I want it to make some Celestine. Okay, and it's saying it's going to take 10 minutes. Okay, cool. So I also need some titanium, which I've just realized I used all my ingots to build the thermal plants. Let me go grab some titanium and I'll build a second one. And I'm going to need 2 more thermal plants. So yeah, this is going to take a little bit of titanium. Give me a minute here. I have built 4 thermal power plants in there, and they're now feeding enough energy to power 2 of these guys. So one of them has the Celestine going. This one I'm going to set with the titanium, which only takes 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes, and I guess we'll see what happens when these timers count down. And I can definitely see the utility of having lots of these, because it is a bit of a pain to swim all over the place trying to find resources. And when I get enough power, like needing 2 power plants for each of these is a bit of a drain. But when I get enough power supply, this is going to be a really easy way to get metals and resources. So that is pretty cool. I just had to go gather some water and food and stuff like that while I was waiting. And I just wanted to say, can we appreciate the adorableness that is this water slug? And also look, when you go close to it, it starts to tremble in fear. I feel so awful drinking this thing, and yet I need to stay alive. So that, as far as design goes, guys, it's great. Okay, we are back at our metal extractors, metal plants here, and it looks like the timer's run down. Oh, okay, so now I have to shoot it with the resonator. I'm just gonna back off a little bit. Okay, and how much titanium do I get from that? Oh, okay, a good bit. Alright. And then that restarts the timer. Okay, and I got like, yeah, I got some cells here. Okay, that's really neat. That's really neat. Well, I enjoyed that. Alright, I guess I just need to sit back and wait while these guys make enough metals for me to process into ingots. After a lot of processing time, I have an inventory full of 10 manganese ingots, 10 strontium, and 10 titanium ingots, which should be exactly what I need to repair that turbine. So I'm going to head over there and see what happens, and then we can fire that thing up and see what it does. This is exciting. Here we are back at the turbine. Let's see if we can repair this guy.
Power plant repairs complete.
Wow, that was fast.
Power plant overhaul complete. Bloom cleared. Ready for restart.
Alright, this is exciting. We get to restart the power plant. Let's go inside the control room. We've already lowered the bottom section without realizing we were doing that. And let's get inside this top control room, upper control room, and see what happens when we start this up. Okay, so both of those, I don't know what I'm supposed to press first. Okay, maybe this, maybe. Okay. Don't know what that did. Okay. I figure when things are going green, that's a good thing? Maybe? Let's try this. Maybe then I need to press go. Is that what? Okay. Okay. That's showing green. Okay, that's showing green. Anything on here? It's all showing green. So let's try it.
Alien power plant.
Okay.
Turbine rotating.
Ooh. Look at the turbine. I should have waited to hear this.
Power restored.
Okay, there it goes. Power restored. That's exciting. I don't know what I just did, but I restored power, or what I'm powering. Look at this.
Detecting activity at the alien observatory nearby. Entering the structure will give you a strong salvage claim.
A strong salvage claim. Okay, I don't know if that's necessarily my biggest concern at the moment, but you know, that's definitely gonna be our next goal. Well, I think that's gonna about do it for this episode. We have done so much. We've learned how to metal farm. We farmed all the metals needed to repair the turbine, and then we turned it on. This is a lot big strides forward, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode, because I have been Zemi. This has been my midlife crisis, and I will see you next time.